your day started today? And
Today,
any wishes, any special wish today?
today was a very busy day. Since morning I was running around and just preparing for the party. My special wishes are that my movie is coming up and that should do really well. That's the biggest wish I have for this year.
Acha, tell us about the movie Mastizaade. What is this all about and about your character?
Mastizaade, I'm playing. It's a small role. It's a guest appearance, but it's a very sexy role, a hot role, and it's a comedy. So I mean, on a good note, on a funny note. So I'm very excited about Mastizaade.
Any special gift you got today from anyone?
Special gift, I would say, my mom. My mother was really generous and she gave me something like a small piece of jewelry, which really means a lot to me. That's it.
Any memory you want to share with us? How you celebrate your birthday every year, and this year how different this year?
Every year, basically, I party. Obviously, I throw a party for my friends. It's always rocking. Last year, I went for a holiday. This year has to be the most special one, and I wanted to invite everyone, the cast and the crew I was working with. And I like to make new friends, so I have called everyone. Yeah, I mean, every year is same basically.
As you discuss about your movie, so how did this role come to you? Because you are a supermodel and now you are doing acting also. So how did this role come to you?
I was modeling, and it's a very weird thing. I got the offer on Facebook. So yeah, and I just said yes because the director approached me, and I went for the audition, and yeah, I bagged the role.
Thank you so much.
Last one question. Have you got any international project to work on?
I have auditioned for something, and let's see. I mean, if I get it, so I'm just crossing my fingers and hoping so. I would love to do something internationally, apart from modeling that I've done. Acting is a different thing, and it's the biggest challenge. So yes, I'm looking forward to do some good roles.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
मैं सबसे पहले तो ये कहना चाहूँगा, आई एम सो हैप्पी टू कम हियर एट एक्सो इन द पार्टी ऑफ जिजेल की। इतनी प्रेस बुला के रखी हुई है। ये तो अभी तो 1-2 फिल्में इसने साइन ही की है, मुझे लगता है बहुत जल्दी स्टार बनने वाली है। मेरी बहुत सारी शुभकामनाएं इसको, और इनके पास अपनी एक तरह की अपील है, अगर उस तरह के रोल इनको मिले तो ये आगे काफ़ी आगे। अब वो तो ये अनाउंसमेंट तो कभी बाद में सोचेंगे, देखेंगे क्या करना है, पर शी डिजर्व लॉट करना। ये मस्ती धमाल तो जिजेल ही करेंगी, मैं तो आया हूँ और 5 मिनट में इनको विश करके निकल जाऊँगा। मस्ती धमाल का तो काम इनका है। अब ये अपने आप में गिफ्ट है पृथ्वी की और ईश्वर की, क्या करूँ। यार ये हम अभी कोई प्रोजेक्ट का डिस्कशन करने नहीं आए हैं, अभी सिर्फ इनकी बर्थडे एंजॉय करने आए हैं। तो लेट्स एंजॉय, और आप सब भी एंजॉय करो, ये सब दुकान बंद करो और एंजॉय करो।